And then Numi and Michi was actually... Wait, did you tell them about the "Are you sick, baby?" Wait, did you tell your chat? Did you tell your chat? You haven't. Wait, should I say it? Should I say it? Should I say it? Should I tell them? Okay. So on the last day, we actually planned to stay indoors the whole day, and that was when we first started watching Spartacus, and we were all laying down in the living room. It was like me, Onibro, Giri, Numi, Michi, Shoto, and we were all just watching Spartacus, and we're just like all being cozy and stuff. And then Numi's like the only one coughing, and I was like kind of scared that she was sick. And then the first couple coughs, I was like ignoring it, but then the more it went on, I was like, oh my god, she might be sick. But like it was a reactionary thing. It wasn't really like intentional, but I was like, it was so soft and like domestic. It was like a little too real. I did not know what it was like. I was like, are you sick, baby? And and Numi was like, no, I just have a cough. And then like after like 10 seconds pass, we both look at each other and we're like, wait a minute. Did you just, I mean, why did I say that? The Freudians, I did not know where that came from at all. It was just like such a cozy evening. It was so cozy. It was such a vibe. It was like wholesome as fuck. Numi was coughing right next to me. We're like cuddling. I'm like, are you sick, baby? Why did I say that? Why did I reply to that? 10 seconds after, we both realized, like, what the fuck was that? Why was that so domestic? What are we? It just felt right. It just felt right, guys. All while in Spartacus, they're having like orgies and like cutting each other's throats. Are you sick, baby? the way we after I said that and you responded, and then we like after a few seconds passed, we like both look at each other like, what was that? Well, and they were roommates. Bombastic side eye. Yeah. She said it so. It was just like, it felt natural. It felt. It wasn't like a forced or like intentional. It was just like a. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Domestic riz, natural riz. Just two really good friends just taking care of each other, yeah. We just care about each other. We're just really good friends. Gals being pals. Couple of besties. I wish that was like being recorded. That was such a funny moment, and like no one reacted to that. Numi, did you realize, like, did you recognize like no one fucking reacted to that besides us? Like, no one batted an eye. Like, no one said anything. Everyone just like went along with it. They all figured it was normal. They're just being gay again. It's just Yuzu and Numi type shit. Even Sho, cause he's homophobic. He's homophobic and misogynistic. Yeah. Even Sho. Us against the world. Yeah, I like to see them suffer. And then I got this from Numi. Got this from Num. Isn't it cute? This feels kind of racially motivated because I'm Hawaiian. And Lilo and Stitch, you know. But it's okay. I love Lilo and Stitch. I also love Ruben a lot because he's always eating and he's so chubby and chonkers. I really liked there was an experiment that was like a baby fire that turned you into a baby. That one was like one of my favorites. Yeah, it's so cute. And then she got me a Hannah Montana shirt, and I have to look for it in my luggage. We actually got this together. We were shopping for everyone's Christmas presents at the mall, and then we saw this freaking ugly ass pop-up shop with like the most cursed ass Disney t-shirts and merch, and we got each other Hannah Montana t-shirts, and the freaking hotel room threw away the Hannah Montana shirt that I got for Numi. So when we were having our Christmas day and opening presents, I had to just like give her the bag of nothing. Like, there's nothing in the bag. There's nothing in the bag, and I wrote on the bag the concept of a Hannah Montana t-shirt. So she just got the concept of a Hannah Montana. It was so sad. I thought, bro, I was so mad because I brought all of the presents to Giri's house, and then I forgot the Hannah Montana t-shirt, and then I went back to the hotel and it was nowhere to be found. Like the shirt is just gone. I don't know what happened to it. Someone ate it. Imagine the shirt is here. Yeah. Imagine the shirt is here. This is one of the this was like closer to the resort that we were staying on at. I think this was when we were trying to get our skiing stuff early so that when we wake up the next morning it'd be ready, but they already closed when we got there, so it was kind of unfortunate. It was really cold and we were slipping and falling, and I told no one this, by the way. Don't tell Giri, don't tell Numi, don't tell Michi, anyone. But while they were walking, I was walking behind them so I could like take videos, and I fucking slipped and fell on my side, and that shit was sore. I slipped and fell on the hard snow on the ground. And no one knows. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but I slipped and it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, and I was sore the next day. Vega said, no, don't tell anyone. No. It didn't leave a bruise, but it was definitely tender on my hip. That's where I felt the most pain. It was on my hip and a little bit on my ribs and my elbow. Yeah, it was and then I didn't realize, but Numi ended up getting us the penthouse. We got a freaking penthouse where we were staying. I should have done a whole walkthrough, but pretty much there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was like 6 rooms. There was like 6 rooms, and there was like one with a bunk bed. No one stayed in the one with the bunk bed, I think. But yeah, there was like 6 rooms, and like there was like a bunch of like beds, and it was like so cozy, and it was so nice because you could see outside. I blocked this out because I think there was a couple of reflections, but you can see outside. It looks so pretty. This was the next day. It was kind of early in the morning because I was jet lagged. And I woke up a little bit early. And then one night, I was actually rooming in with Sho, and he got up like in the middle of the night and he never came back. I was like, what the fuck happened? Because I woke up and it was like really like it was 4 or 5 a.m. and I thought he was trapped outside because I heard like banging noise. It was like dong dong dong. It was like boom boom boom, and part of the wall was shaking. I was like, oh my god, is he trapped out? So I got out the bed, and then I was checking outside of on the balcony to see if he was like trapped outside. Like if I got back into bed and I fell asleep and I woke up again and he was outside on the balcony like as an ice cube. He's like dead ice cube. Thankfully he wasn't trapped outside. He was actually trapped in the onsen. And he had to like yell for help, and I think like the staff he wasn't actually trapped. He was just pushing the door when you had to pull it, and he was yelling for help, and the staff like opened the door and they were like, are you okay? we kept mimicking the SpongeBob meme. It was this one. we kept doing that the whole trip. We kept looking at each other. We kept doing that. I don't know why this was so funny to us. Who was SpongeBob? I feel like honestly, who is SpongeBob? Who's SpongeBob? Who's Patrick? Us trying to figure out why they denied us from the restaurant even though they had space for us. There was so much space, and there was actually so many time slots if you go on the website to see at the restaurant that me and Numi were trying to eat at. It was just me and her. We were trying to eat at this restaurant. There's so many time slots, so much space that you could see, and like because we didn't have a reservation, quote unquote, they didn't let us in. So we spent like another hour or two trying to find like a spot to eat at. I'm pretty sure they were just like not down to deal with foreigners, because like a lot of places in Japan still do the if you're not local then they won't serve you, or if you can't read the menu then they won't serve you. Yeah, there's a lot of no foreigner places. It's okay though. We found a cute sushi restaurant after. One of the downside of Japan is there's traces of xenophobia around, unfortunately. Japan is more hush hush about it, but Korea I definitely was like surprised about. I didn't think Korea would be that racist, but they were like very out there with it. Japan is more silent about it for sure. To Southeast Asians, yeah. Dude, I'm Korean and Koreans are racist to me because I'm not purebred. Damn, it really be like that, huh? I didn't think it was that bad. I knew it was still a thing. I knew there was like problems with it, but I didn't think I would like experience it that harshly in Korea, you know? Yeah, they're very don't care about it. Yuzu and I went through our own arc together like it was no, oh my gosh, guys, there was it was so okay, let me start like this. So we went on this trip, everyone was like, yeah, let's do a Secret Santa. Let's do a Secret Santa. Okay, sure. Let's do a Secret Santa. So I bought my gift. I bought Michi her gift while I was still at home. I got her those 18K karat gold earrings, the purple pearl ones. I was like, okay, this is like gonna be such a great gift, and I'll get her a small gift when I go to Japan. So I'm ready for my Secret Santa. I come to Japan. I go to Giri's place. I see all of these different gifts that Sho brings, and they're giant gifts too. He has them shipped. He had them shipped to Giri's place. He's like, yeah, I just got everyone a gift. I'm like, oh, I thought we were doing Secret Santas. He's like, yeah, I just thought like I could get everyone a gift. And then I talked to Numi about it. She's like, oh yeah, I was gonna get everyone a gift. I was like, what the fuck? What was the point of the Secret Santa? And then I talked to Michi, and she's like, yeah, I was gonna get everyone a gift too while I was here. I was like, what the fuck? I should have got everyone a gift before I came to Japan. Like, why is everyone getting a gift? So So I had to like the whole trip I was like searching for gifts, and it actually turned out that 2 days of the entire trip everyone was kind of like doing their own thing because everyone was buying each other gifts. So I was like kind of upset at Numi. I was like, Numi, I just want to spend time with everyone. Like everyone's just like spread apart buying each other gifts when we all should have just like had our Secret Santa. No, I wasn't upset at Numi. No, I was just saying I'm upset. And I was like sad. So I was like ranting to Numi about it, and we were hanging out. It was just me and Numi. Well, everyone was doing their own thing. I was like upset, and this was like while we were hungry too. Like we were definitely hangry. It was definitely the hungry talking. But Numi was getting upset too. We were like both kind of mad at each other a little bit, and then we got mad at the rest of everyone. We were like, actually, I do fucking hate everyone. And then we finally sat down and we ate something, and we were like, oh my god, yeah, it was definitely we were definitely just hungry. So we were like ranting to each other about like everything, and like it was just like us being hangry. So yeah. Yeah, it's because we didn't eat the whole day. We got rejected from the restaurant, and she got a Monster and a Strong Zero. She chugged that in like 10 seconds. We went to a 7-Eleven or like a Family Mart, and she got a Strong Zero and I think actually that was also the day we went to go to the Muscle Bar. We were like, fuck everyone, we're going to the Muscle Bar. That was also the day where we got scammed with the fruits. Yeah. So we got scammed with the fruits. Everyone was doing their own thing, and we were upset, and we were hangry, and we got rejected by the restaurant, and then we went to the Muscle Bar to make ourselves feel better. She was manic laughing the whole day. This was this was me and Numi. This was me and Numi the whole time while we were saying we hate everyone, while we were looking for a place to eat. Yeah, it was quite the day, and we were walking so much. We had pounds of fruit with us. It was heavy as balls. We tried to find a freaking locker, and we found the tiniest locker. We had to shove everything in there. We had to squish everything in there. It was so bad. It was so bad, bro. That night was low-key one of my favorites. Honestly, I want to show some of the pictures of the Muscle Bar. That was really fun. That was really fun. And then there was this at the Muscle Bar. There was this lady. I think she comes there like almost every night, or like probably every week. But she comes there, and she gave one of the muscle guys a Dior. She had a Dior bag with her, and she gave him that, and she had like a Polaroid, and she was like taking pictures with him and making him sign everything, and she was obsessed with him. She was obsessed with him. You could tell she was a regular for sure. Yeah, she was definitely a sugar mama. And it was kind of funny because like while she was doing that, the muscle guy that she was giving the Dior to and taking pictures of, he kept staring at me and Numi the entire time. He kept looking at us, and it almost looked like he was asking for help, like as if like he wanted us to like ask for him to come take pictures with us or like do stuff with us. He looked trapped. He looked like he needed to be saved. Eventually we did ask to get pictures with him, and then like she looked visibly annoyed that we like took him from her, because we actually got there a little early, so it wasn't as crowded, so there was like really not a lot of stuff going on. So that's probably why she went a little bit earlier, so that she could have him all by herself. But like me and Numi were there, we asked for him, and she got mad. Now we have ops in Japan. We got ops in Japan. Just making enemies casually. Yeah, there's a muscle girl bar too. We haven't been to a muscle girl bar yet. I would love to. You mean you didn't before with all that scamming? Listen. It was a very different. It felt different. Japan felt so different this time around, chat. I'm not even joking. Something was in the air. Something definitely was wrong in the air. And then we had a hot pot after. I think this was the day that we went skiing. So after we were done skiing, we Giri and the others went to go to the supermarket nearby, and they got like a bunch of hot pot stuff. Because when we first arrived, we had like small little stops to go to, and we saw that they had king crab. I think this was the king crab, or was it this one? It was one of the two, and we were thinking about getting it, but then we didn't know if we would be able to cook at the hotel or at the suite or whatever the heck. But then we got there, and there was like teppanyaki stuff, and then there was like hot pot stuff, and there was so many different things that we could use, and Giri was getting excited to cook and all that. So we got hot pot, and then we went back to the supermarket to get food, and we didn't really finish everything, honestly. I think there was like half the meat left, and then there was like half of the crabs left as well. Hi, Noom. Wait, Yuzu, my favorite pic of us was this night. Was it the one where we were huddled up like the Last Supper watching the gay sex scene for heated rivalries? Was it that one? Oh. Wait, which one was it? Which one was it? I sent it to you? Okay. Let me check my phone. And me and Numi, we were in the bed cuddling in her room, and we were watching heated rivalries, and then the earthquake happened, and I was holding her, and I was going up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh my god, I love this picture. It's a pic. It's so, you know these two chairs on the top, or just think of like these two chairs put together, like any two chairs put together, and I'm laying on it watching TikToks, and Numi comes up behind me and she lays on top of me, and we're just like watching TikToks together. And there's this cute funny cat video that showed up, and there was a bunch of memes in the comments that we were cracking up looking at. And then I think Girl DM took a picture of us while we were laying on each other. It was so cute. It's my favorite picture. I actually have it as my phone phone wallpaper. That's my favorite picture too. Yeah, we were brain rotting together. Wow, this is a long earthquake. Yuzu, I don't think there was ever an earthquake. I said, okay. Well, I already blocked it out. I just marked it up. This was us. We're just watching TikToks. Wait, actually, I have to send you something. Wait, or I have to show you something. This is what we were cracking up at. There was like this really funny SpongeBob meme with a bunch of cats next to them, and we were dying. We were dying looking at the stupid SpongeBob memes. Me and Sho, while we were waiting for everyone to go to karaoke, actually, I want to go to Ichiran. I want to go to a freaking Ichiran so I could eat freaking ramen, and I've been wanting to go the whole trip, but I didn't go this entire trip. I'm so sad that I didn't go. But we went to a Femboy Bar, or Sho was like, we could either go to Ichiran or we could go to a Femboy Bar. And I was like, so you want to eat actual food or do you want to drink alcohol? And he was like, Femboy Bar. I'm like, oh, okay. Mind you, I didn't eat the whole day. I didn't eat the entire day, but we went to a Femboy Bar anyways because that's what we wanted to do. And then it wasn't even a Femboy Bar. We went to a bar that was like marketed as a Femboy Bar, but they were all trans girls. So I'm like, where the fuck are the femboys? I'm trying to see femboys, but they were all trans girls. It's fake femboys. We got scammed again. False advertising. And then on one of the days, we actually planned to go to Meiji Jingu. I think this is the shrine next to Harajuku. It's like a foresty, really big shrine. A lot of people like to get married here for some reason. It's like super public and touristy though. I don't really see why you would want to get married in a publicly touristy area rather than like a small, secluded, isolated, more intimate setting. But yeah, I actually went there by myself to meet up with Numi and Michi because they were already there, and then Sho was going from he was out alone, so he was going from his destination and then I was going from my destination. So like me and Sho were like alone on two different sides, and there's like probably 3 openings to go into this shrine. And I was at the opposite end, and Numi and Michi were at the other opposite end, and then Shoto was at the other opposite end. So we were all not at the same entrance, and we were like trying to find each other the whole time. And mind you, this was like 30 minutes before the shrine closed, and so we spent the whole time trying to find each other. And as soon as we got into the shrine, we were only really able to get our omikujis and our make-a-wish. And then we got kicked out. So that was fun. That was a vibe. And then I think I got a decent fortune, and then Numi got a shit fortune. Mine was like, as long as you work hard, then you can be successful. And then Numi's was like, actually, you need to be honest, and you need to be honest with yourself, and da-da-da-da. And yeah, it was just like kind of lecturing her or something like that. Didn't you get farted on in the face? Coming back from Hokkaido, when we went on the airplane, I was sitting. It was me and Shoto in the middle aisle, and then behind us it was Michi and Numi, and we landed back in Tokyo. And while we landed, you know how everyone gets up and they're like grabbing their suitcases and all that stuff. The guy next to me on the left, next to the window, he stands up and he's standing in the aisle, and his like ass is facing towards me, and I'm still sitting down, and I'm like talking to Numi, talking to Michi and Shoto and all that stuff. And then as soon as like we're able to like grab all of our stuff, I turn to look where the cabinet is so I can grab my suitcase, and I was gonna stand up and all that stuff. But as soon as I turn, this guy, face full of ass in my face, you know, booty hole to my mouth, and he wet farts. It's like it's like really freaking loud. It's a really loud wet fart, and I quickly physically recoil, turning away, shoving my face into Shoto's jacket. Like no one fucking saw or heard a thing apparently, and so I quickly shoved my face into Shoto's jacket. He thought I was gonna throw up on him, but I was like, oh my god, did you just not hear that? That guy just farted in my face, and it was a wet fart. And then I'm like talking about it with the girls, and then I look again at him to see like if he did it on purpose, and then he farted again. And it was just as wet, just as loud, and no one heard it. I feel like I'm going crazy. No one fucking heard the fart, and I got farted on the face twice. He double tapped. He double tapped. He fucking double tapped me. Thunder strikes twice. He ulted. He was depressurizing. He tried to kill my girl that hot ass airplane. Yeah, and the airplane didn't have air conditioning at all. It was so hot. I was layered up too because we were flying from Hokkaido, so I thought it was gonna be really cold, and there was no AC in the airplane, and it was so hot. We were getting hot boxed. That was terrible. That was actually so terrible. Flight from hell. Now that I think about it though, like, this was a very weird trip because I was like alone a lot with Shoto. This was a really weird trip because like I really thought that we were all gonna be spending time with everyone. And I was really upset at that, by the way. I really wanted to spend time with everyone, but like everyone was doing their own thing. Yeah, they just hate me. They just hate me. I knew it, Numi. You don't love me. You sick baby. Yeah. Yeah. You like that? You like that? I bet you do. I bet you do. And then we went to like a artsy district. Yuzu and I realized our trips needed more dependent friends in the group. Yeah, because Girl DM is super independent, Shoto's super independent, Giri's super independent. Like, me and Numi and Michi are hella dependent. We love staying next to each other. Oh no, Michi, no, Michi's not dependent because she went on one of the days away from this entire trip was planned strictly just for us, and she went to go hang out with another friend in Japan. And me and Numi were like raging before we went to the muscle bar, and before we ate, we were like raging because like, why the fuck did we plan this trip if we're not gonna spend it together? And we were just so mad and hungry and angry, and we were so annoyed. And me and Numi was like, yeah, next time we're going on a trip with people, we're gonna go with people like me, you, and Bao. It needs to be with me, you, and Bao because everyone's so independent. We need people that are dependent on each other. Put the food in the mouth, little bro. Luna showed up when it mattered, at least. True. Numi and Luna went to like this cool cocktail bar where they do cocktails based on your birth month or your birthday. And then they were gonna meet up with us for okonomiyaki later, which is over here, this picture. And it was like kind of in an artsy district, so a lot of college students and a lot of like arts students and like very young area. And our server, she was so cute. And then our other server was also really cute, and they had like tats and they had like really nice dyed hair. And me and Numi were like checking them out, and we were just like looking at each other like every time the server walked past, we were like, oh my god, she's so fine. They were so nice. They were so freaking pretty. They were so pretty. And then Giri made my okonomiyaki because she's my mama. She's my mama. And I didn't want to bear myself on the last day, so she made it for me. Girl DM wing woman telling her about my tattoos. I know. And then the server, she had a tattoo on her like her chest, and she kind of pulled down her shirt a little so that we could see the tattoo on her chest, and I was like, She was so fine. She was so fine. Why we were looking at her chest? Because her tattoo was so nice.
Right there.
Ain't nobody looking at the tattoo? I was. Pervert. Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
you can guide it down.
Drizzle it all over. Yeah.
This was really tasty. I love okonomiyaki.
That's the money shot, yeah. Look at the money shot.
Wow.
Juicy. Oh my god. You like that?
You like that? You like that? Wait, why is Numi the loudest one?
I think the yolk is right there, so you can guide it down.
Drizzle it all over.
The
Yeah.
slit has been created.
The money shot.
Oh.
And then,
Oh, that's the money shot, yeah.
yeah.
Look at the money shot.
She's juicy. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You like that?
I do.
I think
This does not sound good with my eyes closed. Everyone, the fucking Onibro being like the money shot, bro. Honestly, Onibro and me had the same humor. Like any time I'm in the same room or in a close vicinity with Onibro, it's always a good time because he has the same humor. We just have like a lewd sense of humor and we just like riff off each other. Honestly, oh my god, me and Numi, we had the craziest, most insane riff at Giri's house. What was it about, Numi? What we were talking about where like Giri like grabbed the frying pan and started like what were we even saying? it was because like Numi and Giri went out and they saw like Olimar, you know, the little Pikmin guy. Let me send the pic. Okay. The little Pikmin guy, and then Numi pointed out Olimar to Giri, and then Giri made the most disgusting looking face, and so like Numi was telling me about it, and like we just like went on a riff about like how Giri was gonna like kill or like beat up Olimar because he's so fucking ugly, and suddenly the frying pan like came into the picture and she started like frying him and like throwing him up and down. I don't know what we were saying. We were like on something this entire trip. Me and Numi were constantly laughing next to each other. I wish we need to record our conversations sometimes, Numi. We need to record our conversations for sure. We oh my god, we need a podcast. That would be so fun. Actually, we need to do podcasts in person though. I feel like the podcast in person would go so hard. Yeah, IRL podcast would be peak. Are you sick, baby? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is what Giri unlocked facial expressions not known to humankind this trip. It was honestly surprising. I didn't think she had it in her. You like that? You sick, baby? I can't even say it with a serious face. That's how crazy domestic and like natural it was because I can't even say it intentionally without it being cringe. This is what Giri was making the faces at, and then me and Numi were like going on a riff tangent in Giri's house about how she was gonna go about like beating this guy up. Oh, that's not Olimar? Wait, what? Who is he? Wait, who the fuck is this then? That's Mr. Saturn? Oh. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Y'all hear some? Y'all hear it? Oh. Oh, that's crazy, yeah. Please Google Olimar. Well, I know what he looks like. It kind of looks like him though, in a like pixelated sense. I know what Olimar. He's the astronaut guy with like the Like he's bald and he has a one little like hair. We cooked the wrong guy. we were like sitting in a me and Numi were like sitting across each other in Giri's place, like having a meeting or something. Like we were at a conclave. Think about the different ways that we would cook Olimar as Giri. Olimar catching the craziest strays. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. We're just girls. There was genuinely times where I thought I would die. I honestly feel like whenever I'm with Numi, my abs get an insane workout because of how much we're laughing. It's not even an exaggeration because my abs start hurting. My abs hurt after laughing with Numi. And it's not even like cohesive conversations either. It's not even like things that you can even make sense of. It's just like it's just us either like making noises or making like movements with our hands or bodies or like facial expression. We're not even like saying things sometimes. Just straight utter nonsense. Yeah. Oh, I hope you guys liked the Shoto collab. I didn't really I was the mute one for that stream, so I didn't really talk, but I tried to be as expressive as I could be as someone who would be mute. But I tried my best. I tried to be the anchor of the group so that we could actually make a decent looking macaron. I realized this trip that I needed Yuzu with me to be truly happy. Yeah, every time I go on these trips, I'm like, damn, I really should just move. I should just move in with her. Yuzu just moaned the entire time. Well, what the fuck else was I supposed to do? If I'm the mute one, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? My freaking ears ringing after the entire stream because he's just yelling in my ear. Me and Numi fucking crying. Me and Numi crying because Michi and Shoto is yelling at each other. I understood every moment. We just understand each other. Oh my god, me and Numi would make the same joke over and over. We're like, the girl that's gonna be okay. Where are we going? Home. Oh, us at the muscle bar after being angry at everyone. We were like, let's not tell Shoto where we are so that it's just us two because we're mad at everyone. And then Shoto's fucking messaging us on the side and we're like, let's ignore him. Let's ignore him. It's just us versus the world. We did still message him. He did come later. We were just really hangry. Okay, anyone can relate. Everyone can relate to being hangry. It's just it was just we didn't eat the entire day and we just wanted to hang out. It was like the day after we came back from Hokkaido, I think. And everyone was just out doing their own thing, and then it also felt like we didn't really hang out that much in Hokkaido too, because like we also spent the skiing and the snowboarding away from each other, because like it was like the beginners on one side and then the pros on the other side, so we're like 6-7ing, you know. You like that? I want to open one more pack though. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm sure there's more stories that I have to tell, but I just like can't really think of them. I usually I write them down in my notes on my phone so that I could retell them better on stream, but I think that's like all I have currently, but I'll probably remember more later, or like when other people tell their stories that I might not. I don't know if it's like okay to tell, then I will tell it later. But yeah, this was fun. This was a fun first day back.
Quick word from our sponsor, me, myself and I. We have a new Gamer Subs flavor out now called Kissy Kissy Passion that tastes just like me. What? A delicious passion fruit mango. So yum yum. Try for yourself today. Thanks!